What's up, guys? All right, wrapping up Power Hour here. We got about 18 minutes to the bell closes. So while I'm, looking to see if anything's spiking or any kind of plays I might want to look at, just kind of take some time here and wrap up um, the trades that was taken today. I only did two trades today. It you know, wasn't too crazy. Let me post this in the group here. But I mean, it was a lot of opportunity out there. It was so many different plays from this morning because yesterday went crazy with all the oil and energy plays that was happening. But I can actually go over those plays here in a second that I took. I only did two MARPS and USCG, even though there was a bunch of other ones on the watch list that could looked over but didn't. But you know, to each his own. I'm happy. Some grand made today, so not too bad. Uh, Too bad you guys on YouTube can't see my screen. I wish I could share it here, but the people that are in the chat room have it. So, um, so pretty much the only things that has really happened so far today was that Apple had a little event. They did the announcement of the iPhone SE. It's like 429 for it. It's like $30 more than what it was for the previous version. So, not really too much going on there. Then they also got MLB on Apple TV too, which is cool. You guys know me, baseball player too, so that's pretty cool. But other than that, it wasn't really nothing excited, coming to Apple. That's probably why we didn't hear much about it. So, anyways, other than that, I mean, everything has just been focused on this war still, what's going on with the U.S., banning Russian imports of oil, and everyone's kind of looking at the energy sector and stuff like that. They're also, I mean, they did a little ceasefire so far, so that's probably why the stocks didn't run as much as everyone thought they would today, like they did yesterday, um, because of that. But cybersecurity has kind of stepped up a little bit. As you guys seen the CYRN alert, you know, that thing's moved a little bit. I actually got it pulled up here on the screen. We're looking at it right now. So this might be a play going into tomorrow. It looks kind of topped out. There's a little spike up, and it's kind of like just dwindling down right now. So it's not really much of a chart forming right there, in my opinion. But you know, play it how you want. If you can find shares to short it, might be something worth looking into. But it doesn't like as much strength into it right now. But we'll see what happens. I mean, the support is getting eaten away little by little, but you know, not drastically. Okay, so it still might be something there. But let's kind of take a look at the trades I did today. MARPS was the first one. While we're looking at it, I mean, this thing went crazy today. Pre-market. So I got in this thing at like 25 and I got out at like 30. I figured it wasn't going to go no higher than that. I think it went all the way up to like 32. But this was like my first trade, and I kind of timed that one perfectly because as soon as I got out, that thing just dropped. I thought it was kind of overextended already, anyways. Yeah, we expected oil and energy and stuff like that to run up, but I don't expect it to go crazy. You know, um, but so I kind of have my risk tolerance, you know, easily measured there. So I was only looking for like a $1 or $2 move. I wasn't gonna get greedy today, but I knew if it was gonna be a $1 or $2 move, I can front load a lot of shares on it, which is what I did, and which is why I had such a substantial gain. I got in at 25.60, I think it was, and it was like a almost a $2,000 gain. So yeah, it was a big risk, but you know when you kind of get the feel of the market and know what to expect, it becomes a little bit easier. It wasn't really much of a pattern, per se, that I had to trade because of the fact that it was moving pretty good during pre-market. I mean, look at that spike up, and this was on the watch list. I think. Let me double check. Let me double check. Pretty sure it was. I woke up kind of late, which is why I probably got into play kind of late. Yeah, it was on the watch list. Look at that. See, it was $18 and it went all the way to 25. Told you this was the main one I was going to watch. So anyways, got in after the bell, got in and got out. It was a pretty quick trade. not too much of you know, setup there. And see, this is why I tell you guys, let level two be your guide, because if I would have been trying to follow something like, the indicators, stuff like that, I would have got eaten alive. But luckily, I was watching level two when I was watching the indicators. Got in, got out, seen it was getting stopped. See, CYRN was alerted. I mean, you guys probably had that run there, but you can easily kind of tell this one is, is dying out a little bit. It spiked up since, the first alert. So hopefully you guys got in, got your money, and got out. This thing ran today, but it wasn't much volume. It was just like big spikes. Um, but it's starting to die out. I don't see it doing nothing much of anything in power hour. So hopefully you guys are green today on that one. And then my other trade was USEG. I didn't get in any of the popular trades that was popping today. I didn't get into like HYMC. I didn't get into HUSA. I didn't even get into ENSV. I should have. That one was like a gimme, but I didn't really want to overtrade today, being that everything was coming off of the hype. Like I told you guys in the Facebook group. I mean, yeah, it was like shooting fish in a barrel yesterday. It was easy to profit yesterday, but tomorrow's another day. It's a brand new day, and a lot of you guys got caught. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I told you, don't get the big head, but sometimes it happens with traders, especially you new guys. But anyways, yeah, USCG, pretty simple trade. I think I had gotten this one at like 11:15, and it was like a 10% move, and I got out. So it wasn't too much left. I was catching a lot of these, trying to do my my wave ride strategy, and they all worked out pretty well. Um, again, 500 shares, jumped in, jumped out, wasn't too bad. Small little 10% gain. It was like $600 I think I made from that, so not too shabby. I can't be mad at that. Got in, got out at the peak. It was pretty easy. And then I expected to pull back, and I didn't expect it to run. Today was just kind of a day that, you know, oil and energy wasn't going to just go crazy, and I kind of expected that. Why is this thing acting crazy? Oh, it's still moving. My bad. Yeah, I just kind of expected that. So I was prepared if it was going to run, but you can kind of tell towards like 11 o'clock, everything started to flatline, um, and it was kind of easy to notice. So there really wasn't no point, staying in these trades at that point, and just going about the rest of your day, because everything else just kind of flatline or stay stagnant all throughout the day. Um, so I really wasn't going to press too much of anything. So that's pretty much what we're looking at for today. We got about 9 more minutes till the bell closes. I really just kind of want to pay attention to what happens after hours. Um, and so we can see what's going to probably carry on into the morning. And hopefully it's something good. Right now with CYRN being the latest alert and it's just dying off, I really wouldn't get into that one. HYMC is finishing pretty strong. So if you guys have anything you want me to look at, just post it in the chat. I'll take a look at it. And we will look at it together. I should post this up there so you guys can have access to it too. But for those of you who don't know or don't understand, the importance of power hour is trying to determine how the stocks will, be looking next day. So a lot of times you'll see like IMPX, for example, got that alert. Is it at right now? Let's see here. It's a good strong trend today. Yeah, and it's finished strong. So a lot of times the way the stock ends on on a day during power hour is a good indication of what it might do tomorrow. A lot of traders, go go with that notion, and it typically comes to fruition. So that's why it's kind of important to pay attention to power hour stocks and how they finish. So um, that's why, whenever I get a chance, I try to look at what's moving the last, hour or so, especially the last 15 minutes, last 5 minutes of the day. That's very, very important. So then, of course, you have after hours as well too. For those of you who brokers can trade after hours, and if you don't, get the ones I tell you to. Okay. But yeah, this thing is pretty much climbing. IMPX. I don't think there's any news on it. I don't see the admin posting news on it. But after hours here, we got a few stocks that are coming up with earnings after the bell, and that's important because if you don't know why they're moving, you might be subject to getting faked out. So, for example, we got BTNR. Oh no, wait, those are pre-market ones. So post-market, we got AMB, ADES, AGTI, ANIK, AQST. I might want to watch that. AQST. Let's see, ATR. Might want to watch that. AXDX. May want to watch AXDX. BST. BKP. BMBL. Bumble. KSY. KC General. CDMO. CIVI. Might want to watch CPIX. Let's see, there's also CRTC. May want to look at that. CTSO, DV, ERO, EVOK. Might want to look at that one. FIGS, FLNT, FTEK. Might want to look at Fuel Tech. Maybe. Let's take a quick look here real quick while I'm going through that list here. IMPX, what the stats look like. Big float. That's probably why it's not moving so quickly. It's a pretty decent sized float. So not really worried about that. But anyways, if anything, it'll probably climb slowly if it continues to hold strength where it's at. So kind of expect that. I would try to catch it at a bottom point. As you can see, it's going to start to form here soon. But anyways, what else we got? We got FLNT, Fuel Tech. We already went over that one. FTHM. Don't really care. GLRE. GWRI. HCI. IMVH. IVC. MDB, MNTS, NATR, OTRK, SFX, Stitch Fix, don't really care. SNCR, SND, SUMO, might want to look at SUMO. TREC, it's a lot of stocks reporting after the bell here. WIS, WTI, and YEXT. So nothing like super noticeable that's reporting after the hours, other than the ones that I kind of just mentioned you might want to look at. We'll see if those things move a little bit based on their earnings. But that's about it. We got about 3 more minutes here till the bell closes. So, again, if you guys want me to look at any trades, let me know. I will take a look at them, or any stocks, I'll look at them. And we will go from there. Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of emails too. Got to get ready to go in a second. But UVXY looked pretty good today. A little ETF there. But the market so far today is down. We're green though. So that's cool. But with all the stuff that's going on, since there's talks of ceasefire, honestly, I don't think oil's going to run tomorrow, March 9th, Wednesday. I mean, I think it'll have a little bit of, strength, but nothing crazy like we saw yesterday, based on recent events. But you never know. You never know. He might say, hey, done with the ceasefire, go back at it. It's going to probably go right back up. But with everyone complaining about gas prices and whatnot, I'm just kind of predicting it will probably slow down a little bit. So we'll look out for that for tomorrow. But if you have anything that you want to put on your radar, I'd probably watch Nine again, Nine Energy. Um, it was so many good plays that I missed out on today that we got hit with the alerts. I mean, it was like, you know, pick of the litter today. It was crazy how many different options you had available. It's kind of hard. It was kind of hard not to make money today like it was yesterday. But if you held too long and got greedy, you got eaten up by by the market dropping and everything as well too, um, which a lot of you, well, not a lot of you, but some of you did. See, sell signal coming up. Told you this thing is going to come down a little bit more. I'll probably say the support will probably jump down to like maybe like right there. But me personally, I wouldn't play IMPX. Doesn't fit my trading criteria, but it's still, doesn't mean that it's not a good trade to play. Um, if you're that kind of trader that this trade fits your criteria, by all means, kill it. So what pretty much disqualifies this for me to trade is the price and the value. I'm not the value, the price and the float doesn't fit my trading style. I would get destroyed in this trade trying to do this. Because historically I never do well. But some people are really good at this. Okay. 1 more minute to the bell closes. We'll hang around a little bit. There it is. All right. Closing bell. Let's see if anything is popping off after hours. Then I'm gonna wrap it up here today for you guys. I'll get the watch list out in about a little after 8:30ish, 9:30ish, depending on how busy I get. But let's see what's happening after hours for a little bit. Pretty much the way it kind of works, guys, if whatever is running after the bell, it's going to usually carry that momentum over into pre-market and hopefully throughout the day. And this is pretty much, there's certain things that I look for on the watch list. I'm not trading every stock that's moving, after hours, which is why, I make it the way I make it. So you guys can kind of see, which is why I'm usually hitting, spot on come pre-market, and why you need a broker that lets you trade pre-market so you can run with the bulls and all that other good stuff. But yeah, let's see. Nothing's really moving yet. Of course, the bell's still happening. I guess we're all waiting for things to be reporting after hours. I don't expect anything good. INDO even has like a big spread. I was gonna look at INDO, but it's a dollar spread, man. That's too much. Too much. So let's see here what we got. All the stocks that are reporting after hours as well too, that I kind of said to look at are the small cap ones, and they none of them are like energy stocks or anything like that. So it's not really much of an expectation for them. Nine did pretty well pre-market. I'm gonna keep an eye on AQST, see what happens with them, and that's probably about it. These are just some of the stocks that I have a familiarity with of trading. Um, I mean, other ones like Stitch Fix, Sumo, and all those other ones. If you want to, play those, because if you played a larger, a larger cap stock, something with, bigger float, then hey, go at it. Go at it. I'm not trying to, guess before the bell what their earnings are going to be, what they're going to report. Doesn't make sense. I'd rather just play the reaction because I already know what has happened than just try to guess 50-50 what it's going to do. You're going to end up losing money that way, trust me. Because whether the report is good or whether it's bad, you never know what the stock is going to do. I know that firsthand. But just wanted to hang around here real quick with you guys on YouTube, play with the little live section, give you some little insight into the after hours of what I might do. Other than that, Next lesson is coming soon for you guys to learn, and it is a lot. So look for that post shortly. But other than that, guys on YouTube, I'll see you guys in the chat room, hang around a little bit for after hours and call it a day. All right. You guys stay green.